Friends, today I want to talk with you calmly. There are questions that have lived in my chest for a long time. Why life is the way it is, why certain pains return, why some encounters feel arranged from above. The reincarnationist view answers in a simple way. We are born many times to learn to love better. Each existence is a chapter in a greater story, and that story is the education of our spirit. Earth works like a school. With each return, the soul meets the subjects it needs: patience, forgiveness, courage, humility, responsibility, joy. When we don't learn one of them, we come back to repeat the lesson with other settings and other people. This is not punishment, it's opportunity. It's like strengthening a muscle. It hurts a little, but life becomes lighter afterward. If this resonates with you, subscribe and turn on the bell. It helps this message reach more people and brings you our next episodes. Inside you, there is a spark of God, a light that does not go out. Even when the body tires, the mind confuses, and the heart grows restless. We can call this spark consciousness, spirit, the deep self. It is what crosses lifetimes, grows, matures, and remembers the way, even when memory remembers nothing. Sometimes a short prayer, a longer breath, or a sincere request for help is enough for this light to be heard. There are days when everything feels heavy. Even so, the spark whispers the next step. Call someone, ask for forgiveness, study a little, go to bed earlier, begin again. We all have a hidden side we'd rather not see: fears, guilt, hurts, pride, envy, insecurities. Many call this the shadow. In the reincarnationist view, the shadow is not a condemnation, it's a map. Where it hurts, light is missing. Where it irritates, something asks to be integrated. Where we overjudge, there is a personal lesson. Instead of shame, care. Instead of denial, observation. When envy appears, for example, it may be asking you to value yourself. When jealousy shouts, it may be pointing to the fear of being left. When anger explodes, it may be your dignity asking for clear boundaries. The shadow becomes a teacher, and life begins to change from within. The law of cause and effect helps us understand the ground we walk on. Everything we think, say, and do leaves seeds in life's field. Some sprout quickly, others lie dormant until the right season. It's not about living in fear, but living with awareness. If yesterday I sowed impatience, today I can choose to plant patience. If I hurt someone, I can make amends. If I was hurt, I can learn to protect myself without bitterness. The law doesn't imprison, it educates. Each day is a chance to correct the course. There are seasons when life tightens. Call them trials when they strengthen us, and expiations when they involve repairing the past. The useful question in such moments is not, why did this happen to me? But what is this happening for? Sometimes losing a job opens a door to a more honest vocation. Sometimes a painful breakup becomes a class in self-esteem and boundaries. Sometimes an illness teaches us to slow down, listen to the body, and set priorities. Suffering is not the last word. It is a passage, and at the end of the corridor, there is an open window. We almost always reincarnate close to those we need. Loves from yesterday who return as today's family, as friends who feel known from other eras, adversaries who come back as an opportunity to settle accounts without violence. Home becomes a workshop of growth. This does not mean tolerating abuse or swallowing humiliation. It means speaking with respect, setting boundaries, asking forgiveness when needed, being grateful for what is good, and taking care not to repeat mistakes. When two people in the same family decide to breathe before responding, much old history resolves in silence. Reincarnating together is relearning together. The shortest shortcut to evolve is to love and forgive. Many forgive. What is forgotten, as if the mind had to pretend nothing happened. Forgiveness is freeing the heart from the weight that ties it to the past. Sometimes the decision comes before the feeling. You decide to loosen the knot, and with time, the pain eases. Forgiving is not returning to the same place without protection. It is moving forward in peace, caring for yourself and the other with honesty. Those who forgive don't become saints overnight, but they do begin to sleep better. Work, inside or outside the home, is a field of progress. The position doesn't matter, intention does. When we do our part with goodwill, when we arrive a little earlier, when we greet sincerely, when we offer help without fanfare, the soul accelerates. Service is not a stage, It is love in practice. One discreet weekly gesture sustained is worth more than an explosion of generosity that disappears the next day. Life favors what is faithful and simple. If something clicked, give it a thumbs up. Comment, "I choose peace." That signal helps us reach those who need it. The soul speaks through dreams and intuition. Reincarnation does not allow us to bring the full memory of the past, because that would interfere with the free choices of the present. Even so, signs arrive. A recurring dream may point to a conversation you've been avoiding. A strange image may suggest an old fear asking for attention. An intuition may steer you away from a bad path. Keeping a notebook by the bed and jotting down the first word, the first image, already helps a lot. It isn't magic, it's soul hygiene. Little by little, you learn to separate the mind's noise from the heart's gentle voice. When someone we love departs, longing is hard. But in the reincarnationist view, life goes on. Love does not end with the body's death. Prayer becomes a bridge. Gratitude becomes an embrace that reaches far. It's lighting a candle, saying thank you. Wishing peace to those who left, and courage to those who remain, are gestures that organize pain and restore meaning. To honor the story of those who have gone is to live well, because the joy of the one who continues the path also consoles those who have already crossed the threshold. Consciences that choose the good form a field. When many people decide to breathe before responding, to ask forgiveness before pride, to be just without applause, the world changes frequency. At home, at work, among friends, on the networks. Small choices added together create a river of calm for everyone to drink from. 3 people who agree to 1 minute of silence a day at the same time already produce a river of calm for everyone to drink from. Good adds up. Evil, when it finds no echo, empties out. To sustain all this, a simple 40-day path can serve as an anchor. In the morning, a few minutes of silence and breathing, a short affirmation saying your soul knows the way, an inspiring passage, the visualization of a kind gesture, and one concrete gratitude. In the afternoon, a pause of 3 breaths, and the question of whether you reacting the way you want to remember having lived. At night, review the day without attacking yourself. Note one learning, record a dream or insight. Say a prayer for those you love and for those who are difficult, and give thanks for the chance to continue tomorrow. You don't need perfection. You need consistency. Half of this routine already changes a home's energy. On very confusing days, a short meditation helps. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, breathe slowly, and repeat mentally that you inhale peace and release weight. Bring a challenge to mind and ask only for the next step, not the complete solution. Visualize yourself taking that step lightly. Give thanks and continue. When strength is missing, a simple prayer helps you reorganize. I don't understand everything, but I trust. Show me the next right step. Grant me serenity to accept what I cannot change, courage to change what I can, and wisdom to know the difference. May I learn with love. When forgiveness gets stuck, you can work it in 3 movements. First, name the pain, saying why it hurt. Then decide to free yourself, even if the emotion hasn't caught up yet. Finally, act with protection, because forgiving is not exposing yourself again to the same wound. It is moving on in peace with clear boundaries. For those who like to write, a soul journal is a powerful tool. Every day, note what lesson your life is in now. List 3 resources you already have, and choose 1 act of good you can do today. The pages become mirror and map. To reincarnate is to learn to love. We don't have to get everything right in a single life. The spirit is not in a hurry, it has direction. 1 step at a time, 1 honest conversation at a time, 1 request for forgiveness. 1 boundary set with respect, 1 book read attentively, 1 plate of food shared, 1 minute of silence. When life tightens, remember, it's not punishment, it's class. When longing hurts, remember, love continues. When tiredness comes, remember, you have light within. Place your hand on your chest and simply say, you choose peace, you choose to learn, you choose to love. The path opens where your feet are. And when many lights decide not to go out, the world grows brighter for everyone. Tomorrow, you begin again, with more calm, more courage, and more love. If this helped you, share it with someone you care about.